Bam. Hey man, let's have a look at your shot. It's looking pretty good so far. I did have a quick look already. Yeah, nice, simple, cool. What the first thing I say that is missing is energy. So, for example, this here, it's very soft, and the punch, if you track the punch, you have one, two, four. Oh, it's not a punch. What's going on? Let me start again. Yeah, well, it's slow. So whatever he's doing it slow and even. The spacing is even. So yeah. So he's very much anticipating this move here. He's blocking before she's thrown a punch, which is what's causing a bit of like that. You see that? He's blocking and she's not punched yet. And then, oh, is he going to? What's he doing? Is he going to punch her? Right, and then she blocks him. That's not clear, that action, what's going on there. I think you need a, it does look like he's lining up a punch here, right? Don't know if you want to get that out in silhouette just a bit more. But then you should go bam, and then that punch should be like this, like going for it. Because if you're punching someone, it's fast. And just like you did her punch here, where it's like bam and it's straight there, you need to do the, no, man, it's so frustrating. You need to do the same thing for this, but then she needs to block it just as fast as he's punching it. So that's what I mean by it's very soft and it lacks energy. Like he needs to go like bam, bam, bam. Like it needs to be like real force behind each punch. Um, so bam, right. So yeah, all these frames. So you go from here, like let's say here, and then all of these frames in here should not exist, and you should be like straight to that frame here. Maybe get that out as well. Not quite like that, but just a bit. Um, and then his fish should be here. You got to, it looks like he's not going to punch her in the face. And if they're fighting, is he should always be punching her in the face. Um, and you should kind of have that line of action. So you'd be more bent over the punch like that, rather than with the straight back, which is something I want to talk about with her as well. Um, so bam, like real dynamic punch pose you should hit. But this is, yeah, so, and then is it, yeah, I guess it looks like you're kind of starting on an action, but it is, so yeah, so this here, for example, I just want to talk about the starting pose. When you're boxing, you're hunched. If you're on your back, it's very easy to get off balance. So you don't have like a wide stance, you're hunched over, you're nimble, you're ready to like move and stuff like that. Whereas, like this sort of thing, this was a good example of it. You see this, these are pictures, so they're kind of straight. I couldn't find like like someone just before they started fighting. Here, like this. You see that? See how they're benched, hunched over, ready to go. So the last thing that you want when you're fighting, I would say, is a straight back, which is what Kyrie has. She's got a straight back, and then he's kind of leaning back off balance, looks like just off balance. But if he's coming from, if the idea is he's coming from another movement, is I'd commit more into that, and I'd still always kind of have that hunch, like sort of thing. Um, so that's one thing that I'll say. Um, so she should, this here is cool, and then hunch over a bit, let the arm down like that. Ready to punch, ready to punch. So think of that for both characters. So they look like they're really ready to fight. He's going back, she's punching. So this is cool. And another thing I wanted to see was some more effect on the punch. Like, like if you're punching, that it doesn't just stop and your wrist locks. Like it's gonna be like, like get the impact on there. So it's lacking impact here. So her wrist, for example, should be bending around from his impact. Maybe his is going down a bit like that. So bam, and then open up into what you have. But also think about the recoil as well. Like don't just lock it. Like it's not a locking thing, it's a passing through thing, I would say. Bam. And then the force of that should really like hit her arm away. So it should be like she goes to punch him, and it's like, nope, like that. You know what I mean? So when he does that, it should be whoosh. And then again, just to reiterate this punch. It would also be cool if, maybe he actually gets that close before she does it. And also when you're punching, when you're boxing, you're gonna be like you move your head back a lot as well. So like as she does it, she can move her head back as well. Like here she's like, I'm in control. She's like, you're definitely not gonna hit me, but in a real fight, it's like, yeah, the last thing you want to do is get hit. So I think it add a bit more believability if like as she pushes it, she moves her head out of the way. It could be really cool. Yeah, I love this swing that you've got up here. But then if you look at the timing, spacing, which is timing is spacing, even. See that? There's one frame we skipped here. Let's just put it here. And then here. So if we put our little friendly ghost tool on, a few frames, you see that spacing there through there, it's really even. The last 4 frames. So you want to like maybe I would, if it was me, and that was whoops, and this was the arc that I was taking, maybe you want to have a bit of an ease in, but then this should be like, and then bam, impact. So you want to feel that speed. So that's that, but that's what I mean by the energy. Like all this stuff will work, all works in the energy sort of thing. And then when he blocks it, you need a recoil, and then maybe he's like crap and moves his head, like he blocks it like this. You need to feel that because he's blocking it. So bam. Okay, I see what you're doing. Right. Yeah, but it's slow. See that? It's like really slow. Bam. So when he blocks it here, as soon as he blocks it, you probably just need to get it more in the armpit here, but she has to like go like that. And then he'll need to instantly push his push I'd also get rid of all this gym equipment in the background. It's making this, it's losing this just for now. You can put it in later, but just I'd also put them in a forest. Just something small, just because they're tribal characters. So it'd be cool to see them in a forest. It'll make it a tiny bit more sense. Um, but yeah, you need to feel this wrapping around, and then you need to choof like this, and then the force that you're doing here. See this straight back that he's got here. I'm not sure you're gonna have a straight back like that while you're pushing something down. You're gonna lean into what you're pushing down. See that? He's doing that with without any effort. He's doing that with just his arm muscles, basically. And if someone's punching me, you want to, and you're still gonna have you're still gonna have your body kind of like still leaning over. You know what I mean? And then when she punches, you could, if you watch her head stay the same level, like when someone's fighting. No fighter, but like it's like you're not like staying like if you look at my mouth, see how it's at the same level. If I'm punching, I'm not punching like this, keeping my mouth at the same level. Like you're going like bam. You see that? Like you're coming down and then you're going up and punching, or like you're moving around and punching like that. Like, but what she's done is she stayed at the same level and then just and so it's see this? It doesn't look like there's any power behind it. You know what I mean? So you need to use the body when you punch to get the power behind it. I think it's an expression when you're boxing to not watch our hands watch the body because the body is the thing that's going to show you what's coming next or something. So you need to include the body here in her punches. Yeah, see this? See if you look at this, it just looks really weak. Um, and then that's nice. You've got good effort here. And see that how you're throwing her arm away and she's coming down? This is when it starts to look good. Yeah, see that? Bam. So finally we got some energy in the shot towards the end here. Bam. Yeah. And then what's going on here? Yeah. Yeah. But then here this like anticipation that you've got here. You're going up really even, down really even, anticipation, and then like slow. So you're using like 20 frames to do this action here. But it should be, if you think about the timing and rhythm, it should be like wham, wham, like really fast paced because it's a fight. You don't fight slow basically. So this, if I speed up the speed by a bit, it should look pretty cool. Yeah. See that? I sped it up by 1.5 and it reads a lot better. And then this here, see that? Bam. It's cool. I don't know if you want to get this arm out here rather than in the foreground, just to help read it a bit more. And you see you got to straight back again. I lean back on this foot like this. That, so then you can spin your kick. Oh, but you're doing a low kick. What are you doing again? Yeah, I would also lean out this direction as you do that, just to make it a more dynamic pose, more interesting. And then you can scoop in here. This is cool. I would try to lead a lot with your arm to get that power, like lead with your arm and then come around with your legs so it's not all moving at once. That'd be really cool. This is cool. I like this. This is really nice. Keep the foot always pointing. Oops. Like when you kick with the foot like this. You don't kick with a bent foot. So make sure his foot's always bending. And then when he's coming around, oh look, he's coming around here with such a nice lineup to punch her in the face. Maybe you got to deal that knockout blow, and then bam, look at that. She's not expecting it. Just, and that gets her. No, alternate ending. But you are lining up a sick punch there, like bam, and maybe that's the end of the fight. And it would be a lot more interesting than just stopping like this and looking at each other, to be honest. Because it's like, why do they all of a sudden stop fighting? I know it's just an exercise, and I'm not sure how much um how much what you wanted out of this shot, whether it's just to practice, some like settling or stuff like that. Let me know. But yeah, I think when you come out of this punch, swing around and punch her in the face and knock her out. And that'd be brilliant. And then help her up and shake her hand. Yeah. Yeah, but that's what I got, man. Hopefully that helps. And then I guess that's the body stuff. Like that's the bass notes. And after that we can look at some other stuff. But I think it's just a bit slow, lacks energy. And then if you look at the face, just quickly, there's no facial animation, so you want to see huge effort. If you look at the page for that. So I'll send it to you after this. But you can see how expressive you can make the character. So like when he's punching, like like get some facial animation in it, get some concentration. Um, when it gets some concentration, when she like nearly misses him, you can like open his eyes like he's a bit like, oh, that was a close one sort of thing. You can get a lot more in the face basically. And then just, yeah, make sure you got the strong dynamic poses in there. But really nice work, really good for a practice piece.